a very active stock, in fact, is at a fresh 52-week high. Blue Star has also generated a lot of investor interest, and that too is near its all-time highs at the moment. Let's get in the management of Blue Star, in fact, to give us a sense of what the kind of demand trends have been for the summer and what their strategy is to capture a larger share of the market. B. Thiagarajan, joint MD at Blue Star, on the phone line with us. Good to have you, Mr. Thiagarajan. As always, summer demand is a big focus this time around. What have the initial trends shown you, and really what's the kind of market opportunity you are looking to capture this time around?
Good morning. Thank you for talking to me. The summer is active in quite a few parts of the country, but April was not that great actually. It rained all over. You know, it is not uncommon as far as I am concerned that when there is heat wave predictions, the summer is impacted by thunderstorms and hailstorms and rain across a few places. April demand was not that great, but we are beginning to see some traction in the first week of May. And as you are aware that this week also some thunderstorm is forecast for the northern region. We will have to wait and see, but still I think it is going to be a prolonged summer. So earlier I had stated the growth should be for 15 to 20% for the next financial year. I am not reducing that forecast at all. The summer growth was supposed to be something like 30% I had stated, which may drop to 25%. But still the demand is going to be there is our take actually, because the walk-ins are beginning to happen in quite a few places this week.
All right. So picking up right now, maybe because of some other factors, it's not been all that strong. On the volume growth side, any projections that you have, Mr. Thiagarajan?
I think it will be, the prices have been stable. From January, whatever price revisions they have done, there has not been any, knee-jerk reaction of discounting of the prices that are going in the marketplaces. If at all, it will be the dealer schemes for the quantities or something like that. But I am not seeing the desperation with regard to this, because this industry by now is very matured. We have seen last year when the GST transition was taking place, the summer was washout actually, but rest of the year market picked up to end with around 12% growth. Therefore, the volume growth or the revenue growth, what I am projecting remains the same. For FY19, 15 to 20% growth we will still maintain, because the country has the potential to grow even if summer demand, 1 month of summer demand has gone away. But May, June are likely to be good. Rest of the year is likely to be good. I am going merely by the penetration rate that is prevailing in the country, which is less than 5%.
Right. There have been some new launches both by you as well as your competitors. What's been the response to that? And also, you forayed into the cooler segment. Give us the initial response that those products have received.
The first one I will deal with the coolers. Air coolers was launched by us, keeping in line with our strategic intent, where the growing middle class population will drive growth in the country. So we should have products and services applicable to growing middle class segment. Therefore, we wanted to get into quite a few categories, including air coolers and water purifiers. The initial response for air coolers is extremely good. And we are a small player, so a growth of 25% there is not going to be something very significant. We have the potential to grow. Our 3-year market share target is around 15%. Today the market size is around 1,800 crores, and we would like to reach a market share of 15% there, which is very much doable. We want to be there in that market with differentiated product offerings. The second one, you asked about the new products launched in room air conditioners category, inverters which deliver more than 30% cooling when it is needed, certain unique models we had launched. One is the extra cooling, extra purification. To some extent, it combines the air purifiers with the air conditioners. It offers extra comfort through decimal cooling, and it has got extra quiet performance so that the noise level of even the outdoor unit is lower in order to ensure that the neighbors don't complain. These products are doing very well. And I am of the opinion the industry, in line with the energy label change, have launched quite a few products in the inverter range. Inverter share is growing very significantly.
Mr. Thiagarajan, just to understand from you, I mean, in terms of margins, I'm guessing ACs would have higher margins than coolers for you. How would you rationalize that difference?
More or less same margins, okay. Actually. The only difference is the air coolers are very highly seasonal and restricted across the northern India and the central India. Otherwise, in terms of margins, it is one and the same, actually.
All right,
so there is no significant difference in terms of margin.
Point taken. On the commercial side of things, on the B2C, B2B side of the business, how are things looking over there?
Very large projects are still muted. I do not think the commercial real estate consumption is on the rise. There are pockets like Telangana, there is Hyderabad, Karnataka to some extent. These are growing markets. Therefore, we don't see any great growth happening there. Something like a 10% growth should be happening there. But showroom boutiques, the medium spaces which do not require any clearance for, and they are all very short lead time projects, we are doing extremely well there. It is growing at the rate of around 20% or so. The VRF systems, small chillers, these are boutique hotels like a 20-room hotel or a 40-bed hospital, nursing homes. These are all doing extrememly well.
All right, so it's the smaller end of the commercial market that is seeing higher traction.
That's right, and I suppose it will be a while, around another 18 months for the big projects to kick-start in a big way.
All right. Final question then, on the utilization front, where are you at? Any capex plans?
We are tightly managing our capacity utilization because, we acquired land in Jammu, we acquired land in Sea City. The Jammu project was, getting delayed due to the clarification on the GST benefits. With the introduction of GST, whether the S12 CENMAT benefit will continue for that project or not. We do not have any clarity on that, so we have surrendered the land. Therefore, we are expanding our existing factories so that we can manage this particular summer and probably next summer. So we are comfortable for managing the growth without additional capacity. But Sea City factory construction should begin, and as you are aware, we had committed 220 crores of capex investment for Jammu and Sea City together. But the same amount will get diverted to Sea City and our existing plants expansion. Jammu, we have pulled out by submitting a letter that is notified to the stock exchanges as well.
All right, sir. Thanks so much for joining in, and good luck for the year ahead. That is the management of Blue Star for you. Summer, the demand hasn't really been as strong as was initially estimated, but they expect a pickup ahead. So the summer demand or the summer growth outlook would be about 25% from what 30% that they had given out earlier, but still targeting growth of about 15 to 20% for the year as a whole. That's Blue Star for you. That stock just about flat in trade right now, up about 0.2%. But we'll end this edition of Dealing Room here.